Hello, hello, hello. Willkommen. Bienvenue. I got a, hot tip. I'm not bragging. I received a hot tip. I'm not bragging. And, I wanted to come back and check something before we move too far, forward into the shadowy realms. So I'm back. Though my intention was to laze about this entire evening eating 3/4 of a box of Cheez-Its alone in my apartment. Instead, I'm here wearing my finery and my big hood. We just grabbed those, Rilana, I want to say. There's so many R names, and I keep wanting to say Renala, but I don't think that's it. We grabbed those Rilana swords. A wild Sulpi has appeared. Good evening. Nice to see you guys. Thank you for joining me again. So we have that. That would probably be served well with some upgrades, as well as I'm not sure if you can upgrade the dry leaf arts, which we unlocked, and I think are equipped even now, which is just a very cool fighting style. Dave! Hello there. Nice to see you. So I'm not sure where my smithing stone stores are at exactly, but let's see. We have two things that might need to be thoroughly strengthened. That's the only thing equipped. I was like, where would my Rilana swords be? They're anywhere else. Literally anywhere else that's not the equipped tab. I don't know if those are, like, light great swords? Light great swords, yes. So these are a magic item requiring somber smithing stones. We should be able to get level 1s any old time. Let's go for it. Things have happened this week. Tell me these things that have happened in your week. Or is it in my week and you've been spying on me? Either way, do tell. Alright, smithing stone number 2, sure. I'm hearing some weird popping in my headset. One moment. I mean, you're not going anywhere. My headset is no longer hooked up directly to the audio set. Where's the hole? I'm desperately searching for the hole. Okay, fine. Bring my eyes into play. There. I don't know why my headset is on the fritz, but it's fine now. Smithing stone number 3, plenty of those. Now we're getting a little light. Somber smithing stone number 5. I kind of feel like we were able to purchase like up to 9, if I'm remembering correctly. You're over here standing half in a chair, one knee on the kitchen counter, and I'm over here saying shit like that. Don't make me laugh and fall. Okay, you had a court hearing on Tuesday to certify everything to go to the judge, and baby mama didn't show up. I got a default judgment, and now you have full sole legal and physical custody of your son. Congratulations! That is huge news. Fantastic news. And thank you for sharing with us. So I'm gonna wait on somber smithing stones, though that hardly matters in the light of this news. Let me check the dry leaf arts. These are just normal. Not to be critical of the dry leaf hand wraps, but you're just normal. So let's take this up as much as possible. Because I think it'd be kind of cool to open hand palm strike the absolute shit out ya. I think is how it's referred to. I'm speaking here to the enemies. This isn't a threat against you, the viewer, and your physical person, just the enemies in the game. In case the NSA is watching. Getting a little low. Getting a little light on number 8s. 8 years of, I assume, a constant struggle, and it's finally over. I'm very, very glad to hear that. I hope that things are better from here on out. I mean, this is kind of a novelty item. I don't think I'm going to end up roundhouse kicking that many bosses, though it would be super cool. So I'm not sure if we want to soak some of the top tier upgrade materials into it. But assuming I can find more of almost anything, alright, I need some 8s. Let's go check the shop. If I can remember where the shop is. You just stopped playing and Rolana was kicking your butt. I'm so sorry. As someone who still has bruises. It's only been a couple hours, but still, the bruises upon my tuchus from Rolana's rough treatment. Alright, I can get up to 8s. So let's get 6 of those. I think that's the final tier we would need, and that is all I can purchase. So 9s and like Ancient Dragon, I should probably not relegate to my dry leaf hand wraps, but it'll be boosted significantly. Enough to play around with, is my hope. I should have checked my top level of Sombers while I was back there, but it's too late. I've gotten excited. Aw, your poor asses. Thank you. It's about time. It's about time somebody paid attention to my ass. Alright, so 8 was the final before Ancient Dragon, I guess. I was confused. I thought there was a 9th level. So I am going to wait. We're going to be very, very stingy with our... Sorry, Blacksmith. I didn't even quit the dialogue with you. That was rude. Alright, so we can check the moveset for Rolana. I'm trying to think if it's worth buying a bunch of somber smithing stones. I mean, what else am I going to use the runes for? So what level was it at? Hi, I'm back. Sorry, I got confused. Alright, somber smithing stone 5, which I do have some of. Let me check how many I can buy. I keep getting stuck on pillars. I'm very excited about this. I don't know if you heard my little intro speech. Now that there is a larger group gathered, I had a mysterious benefactor contact me regarding the dungeon I was in, with a small hint as to something that I did not catch on to, that I'm rather excited about. Alright, so I can get up to 9s. An unlimited amount of up to 9s. I have plenty of runes, and we can get some more. So let's see how far I can push it. And I'm assuming 9 must be the somber smithing stones. Max level before the end, which is probably why I was confused about regular smithing stones. Ooh, thank you for the anonymous gift to the Brandon Boone, whose music I have been using in all of my latest and greatest TikToks, as I believe you're supposed to enunciate it. TikToks. That is very kind of you. Thank you. You had an 8-year-old watching you while you were fighting Rolana and had to very much keep yourself in check. I'm so sorry. You can swear at me if it helps. If it helps let off some steam. That was a tense battle with her steely reach in these swords. Alright, so we got plenty of 5s. We got plenty of 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9s. That's my last one, but we got plenty of 9s. And that one I will save. Alright, great. Now we can play around with Rolana's blades, we can play with our hand wraps. We're good to go. So, the sad fact of the matter is, I have left the dungeon. God, it's good to see you again, base game map. You still fill me with childish glee. Or I suppose I should say childlike glee. It's not all that childish. That's where we fought him for the hand wraps. Where did we find the dungeon? Up here? Yes, Fog Rift Catacombs. Before I'm too far away from this to remember the layout, the enemies, etc., Brandon Boone is up for an award for his music in Slay the Princess. Dear Black Tabby Games, check it out. Scarlet Hollow, masterpiece. Slay the Princess, fantastic. Do check it out. All right, so I'm holding my kung fu hand wraps. Let's see how this goes against a solid stone enemy. Not great when you get stuck behind a pillar, it seems. It's not a style of combat I've really given any practice towards, but it's cool as hell. The reach is a little light. Oh hey, Discord says I'm streaming. Thanks, Discord. Thanks for catching on. So I think I basically have to get down to the 3rd floor again. I can't wait to mess with my kung fu. It's gonna be a hell of a time, but for now, let's get something with a little bit of reach and play with our Relana's blades. Mostly because I want to pretend I have a lightsaber. Pew pew! That's the sound a lightsaber makes, right? Pew! Pew pew! I'm pretty sure. That is so cool. That it's like one sword that you can... It's not sheathed. So I'm wondering where the... It's on my back. There. I see now. It was on my back the whole time. Effectively sheathed. Doink. I'm running. I'm running. Don't get too close. And don't you try to shoot me in the back. Like some sort of jerk bottom. Well, as soon as I said that, I got, like, anticipatorially hungry. Like a delicious jerk seasoned bottom was on the menu. And I don't think that's healthy. I don't think that's mentally where my mind should go right off the bat. Enjoying the sweet, sweet taste of bottom. But hey, I'm not here to shame. You're leaning back in your chair, watching the stream on your phone. Phone ninjas out of your hand and hits your shoulder with its corner. Refuses to be caught as it tumbles down your torso. So sorry if you guys felt that. I was wondering what the rumbling was. But on the way down, I did get a good feel of your muscular shoulders, and hot damn. Hot damn, I'm impressed, Daddy. Sorry, too much? Not enough? So I am mostly looking for elevators. Or, I guess in this case, descendivators? Yeah, thank you. That's sweet of you to offer me a second helping. Weak! Weak sauce. Your health bar is not impressive. I don't think I need to go in there. I think I need to go down here. That's right. We're getting closer. One more level down. I don't think I need to be on top of it for any reason. Yes. I do need to be on the other side now. I'm gonna waste a flask. And somebody's already been through here and did not rewind the VHS tape. But it's fine. I'm not angry. It's fine. I'm furious. Down we go. I forget if there's one more elevator after this, or if this is the one. It feels like this might be the one. But I do remember there being a Steak of Marika about halfway down, and it was not the Steak of Marika I'm thinking of, so I don't think this is the one. I've changed my mind. I haven't tried the Jump attack. But weirdly, it didn't feel like there was one. Let me test outside of the heat of combat. Yeah, there's no double-handed jump attack? That's a little strange. Fork-tongued hatchet. Something I have not tried yet. Ooh. It has a bit of a lead-up to it. Maybe not the time to try. When I'm that close to getting a fork-tongued hatchet in me. What are you doing down there? You roasting chestnuts? What's happening? Not exactly sure how to make use of that ability yet. Try it when I'm not getting anything handed to me. Or I'll just die here. Thanks, wall. Really helped me out. May as well posh it up while you're doing your little spits. No need to bow. Okay, sorcerer there. I think that's a dead end. This is why I'm glad we're doing it today, right after we're already coming through here. I think this is the room that I need to be in. But I need to not catch a bunch of ricochets. To make this simpler on me, I'm going to switch to something I'm sure of. Sure of the moveset on. Lest the worst happen. I got plenty of Crimson Tears, so I just need to make it to the far side. This needs to activate anytime now. Oh, any old time now. There we go. Hoop. Start my run across. Always forget that you're hiding up there. Hi, buddy. So I was told to get to the far end of this room and clear it of enemies, and then take a more investigative look. Is the hint I received like a missive in the night? Only it was daytime when I received it. Alright. Ooh, lizard greatsword, fancy. I have my own didgeridoo at home. Sorcerer down. 2 more gargoyles. There you are. You sneaky. I'm gonna try this, even though it's probably not reachy enough. Yeah, kind of. Nice. Woo! Wasn't expecting you to be able to make that jump. There are stairs right here, if you'd like to... No? Okay. Slash, slash. So, I need to check around this side of the room. Ah! Well, that was easy. I see what they mean. That's not a good place to stand. Super cool. I would not have noticed that in the heat of smashing. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. Alright, I'm in. Oh. A little overcautious, perhaps? Also, probably should have checked if there was a spike trap up here before rolling so confidently out. You noticed something about that ricochet spell. It fires 1 shot, and that shot moves slowly and tracks, but then that shot fire moves... But then that shot fires more faster-moving shots that will bounce off walls. So it's like the projectile the sorcerer fires at first originates the ricochet projectiles. Ooh, Blink Bolt. That's like the skill that the golden great axes, whatever they were, had. Lightning great axes. Hmm. There's an alcove on the far side. Oh, that moves quite fast. It's a real mind-the-gap situation. Oh, it frightens me. It frightens me deeply. Oh, we have a ladder down. I don't have to leap off to my doom. What is this? Fancy engraving work. A stone-sheathed sword. Tell me more. Also tell me more about this. Peculiar weapon carried by imps. Great sword smithed in the shape of a fork-tongued lizard. Strong attacks allow the wielder to fire the forked tongue from the blade. Pachoo! The hatchet? Peculiar weapon wielded by imps. Gently undulating forked blade is known as an imp's tongue and causes blood loss. Gently undulating blood loss, it seems. Ash of War grants lightning affinity, and the Golden Knights who served Godwin looks like the same ability that those axes come with normally, so now I can attach it to any weapon. That is a great skill, and I wonder what else it, like, synergizes with, if you can do a similar follow-up attack like the axes have. Alright, stone-sheathed sword. A sword that none can pull from its scabbard of cracked stone. Relic of a lost civilization from a time long past, said to have served a ritual purpose at altars of light and darkness. It's the same skill as my noble slender swords, which is not not a fancy skill. In fact, sort of a lack of skill entirely. No skill. As they sometimes shout at me. So that sounds like we should find some altars of light and darkness, as it is currently not quite at its full potential. Ooh, I totally forgot to mention, by the way.
You're beautiful.
I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop doing it. It's not even a running joke at this point. It's just a necessity. Hi. There's a couple of you. You're trying to kill me in my little popcorn cavern. Please don't. Ow. Running out of potions. I should get the hell out of this cavern. Maybe quickest to just go back to the boss chamber. Seems like we've finally exhausted the fog rift of secrets. And having said that, of course there's another secret in here. But thank goodness we were able to find that before we fully moved on. And I completely forgot how to navigate this area. It's generous of them not to hurt me too badly. So I'm running that way. There is another one. Don't forget about the other one. One final elevator, and we should be able to fast travel out. So that's the main thing I wanted to accomplish. I wasn't quite sure how long it would take. But since I'm already streaming, I mean, we may as well find something else cool to look at. I thought it would perhaps take a little more detective work than that, but we stumbled. I don't remember what I was going to say. Just trying to make that more poetic somehow, but we stumbled into it, is all. Hey, friend. I like your new haircut. Looking very sleek. You might want to... I don't want to shame you about your appearance, but you might want to look into that nostril surgery. I'm just saying. Just maybe think about putting a cap on that bad boy. Scaring the children. I don't mean to shame. I know We look how we look. Hello, hello, welcome back. Why is that item moving at Peter? Oh, it's the lock-on indicator. I have that exact same thoughts about it sometimes. It's a spell! Oh no, it's my lock-on indicator. Okay, so we were up there. We couldn't get to this map site. Eventually we will be able to. I think then this is our latest checkpoint. And maybe we could pop open a map section. Maybe, possibly. Let's head that way. This seems to be a big open area that should be relatively easy to traverse. And maybe it won't be blocked. And maybe we can finally get another chunk of map. Though I guess it will indeed be blocked by the Wicker Man. With his wicker basket and his delicate, slender hands that I long to have upon my body. Oh, hi, Lita. I didn't know you were there, eavesdropping on me and my sexual fantasies with the Wicker Man. But you are indeed doing that. Torrent, take me away from this awkward situation. Gonna head right for that beacon, though it looks like we have a mounted knight with some sort of big-ass torch mace. I don't really feel like fighting that right now. Thanks anyway. Try to give him a bit of a wide berth. You are able to do the... Let me make sure I'm not too close to the horsemen before I look at the chat for a while. Oh, there's more horsemen. Hi. Okay, I'm just gonna get this map and then I'll look at the chat. Hey, hoo, hey, hoo. Hooray! Okay, I'll go back here and then inspect our new section. The Shadow... Was that Atlas or Altus? I didn't catch it in time. Get back to safety. So a little curious about that tower over there. There was like a tower separate from the main Castle Ensis too, wasn't there? Maybe off that way, towards the jagged peak. I want to look at that. But first, what was this? Shadow Altus, not Atlas. Great, we now have that section of map. Gorgeous. Holy crap, it's huge. It's massive up here. I kind of thought, like, this line was going to be about the extent of it. I thought, like, I'm missing all of this Atlas bit. But there is so much more than I thought. Looping all the way around and down, and there's clearly several layers deep underneath us as well. Not looking forward to that. Whatever the hell that murky liquid is, not looking forward to it. And here, murky liquid aplenty. This must be that massive cathedral we see in the distance. And this from the top down looks a lot like that desert of furled fingers that we saw down here-ish, by the jagged peak in dragon territory. So I wonder if there are two deserts of fingers, and what the lore implications of this might be. I can't believe there's so much to this. Like, seriously, we were talking earlier about how Miyazaki was being interviewed and said, it's roughly the same size as Limgrave. And everyone was like, yay, that's huge. Like, oh my god, that's going to be great. This is like 3 or 4 Limgraves worth. You silly goose. Alright, I don't need that anymore. So this... I was wondering if once we got up here onto this road, if we'd be able to, like, follow a cliff line all the way over to this map piece. It doesn't look like it. It looks like this is a pretty hard edge. No-go zone. Maybe it's, like, all the way up here and down. But it kind of just feels like we have to get underground and then up, or use a magical levitating coffin. You never know exactly what it's going to be in these games. But there's some way to get up to this, like, green area that's very, very tall. And I'm looking forward to it. The Morth ruins we still have to fully explore. Got plenty of dungeons and mausoleums, I'm sure. This must be that external tower I'm thinking of. I am kind of curious to see if there's a way to get up there. Almost looks like you could, you know, come around this way. And up from the south, perhaps? So I'm going to place a beacon there. It is so cool to have a new map to explore. The other thing I was going to look at, and then I got real distracted. Real distracted. What was it? I thought it was like an item I picked up that I was going to inspect. No memory. No memory of it whatsoever. I do want to check, because we picked up one more Erdtree fragment. But I don't know if I have enough. Not enough. Okay, so we need one more, I assume. And then we'll be able to get a little bit more damage / damage reduction. Very curious about that cathedral. Especially now that we can see on the map it has a lake of sorts surrounding it. Alright, so we're headed south. Or I guess we might need to head north and then down the road to get there. I could fast travel here and make it easier. But I probably shouldn't jump off this cliff. Let's go take a peek at it before I travel. Did you finish exploring the Bellerat jail? I definitely didn't. That is still on our to-do list, for sure. The Morth ruins look so cool. Morth, I should say. So that's the tower I'm looking for. Oh no, I'm going to sneeze. It's a little bit harder to find the mute button this time. You gotta know way ahead of time that you're gonna sneeze, or else everyone's gonna get quite the earful. So yeah, there might be a way to navigate down this cliff, but to save Torrent's cute little hooves, I'm just gonna jump across. Okay. There's the tower. Let's try not to get stomped by beasties on our way thence. Or thence, to put a more accurate emphasis on it. It is up pretty high from here. Lobster! Sick bastard lobster. I don't want him to snipe me, as the ones in Liurnia are so often doing. Hi? No, don't let me interrupt. No, don't let me interrupt. I had one request, and you were about to violate it. Interesting. I can't not check out the hole in the wall. Much like when I'm searching for good restaurants. That was a sound? That was a sound I'm slightly concerned with. The ruined forge of Starfall Past. Does this have something to do with Radon? And his holding back of the Starfall? I'm still baffled at your early warning system for nasal discharges. Sounds like my nasal was in the hospital for a while, which it probably should be. Alright. What's the bad news? It's okay. I'm friendly. I'm only here to kill you all and take your loot. Quite friendly. I keep forgetting that this is a pick-upable item, too. It blends so well into the embery environment. You got that sneezy sense. My sneezy tingle? You're guarding a lever, sir. You, sir. Yes, you, sir. A lever, sir? Don't fall off. Don't roll your ass right off. Smith script spear. That's... if it's anything like the Smith script daggers. It would, like, reappear back in your hand. That's so cool with a spear. That's... I don't mean to be rude, but so much cooler than the daggers. I would love that ability in real life, if it's not too much trouble. Alright, are we ready to pull this lever? Is pulling the lever a really bad idea? I'm sure it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be just fine. Hello, hello! So nice to see you again. Waited just long enough. Or perhaps not quite long enough. For you to be fully rested. Okay. What's happening to him? What's going on back there? Behind the shroud. Looks like they won, perhaps? Alright, we got a ladder down here. But I refuse to use it. Yeehaw! I really do want to try that Smith script spear right here, but it's fully unupgraded. And therefore reeks of peasantry in my hands. Good, good. My pants pockets are filled to the brim with stones. Why would I need to do that? Does this do something else? Or does it once again close this? And how would I have gotten over here if it's like a... You can open it from either side, whichever side you reach first. How would I have possibly been back here first? It leads me to wonder. I'm gonna make sure it does what I think it does before I make any assumptions. Seemingly. Cut that poor man's head right in half. I don't know if that's a head, but we're gonna assume. I don't know why you'd need to do that. But thank you. Thank you for the flexible options. Maybe there's something terrible coming that I will want a door raised between us when the time comes. Captain? And what was the other thing fighting back here? That seemingly had the ability to fire spears. It looks like another door I'll need to lower. Oh, hey. I did not lock onto you well. Hit that weak point in the back. Which these blades aren't necessarily great at. That might work. Bit of a more central strike. Nope. Not if you miss and go only right buttock. Only right buttock all the time. was a bit further than I expected. I like your little basket of fire. Ouch. Fair enough. I mean, you earned that. Always aim below the belt anyway. I know, that's why it's so hard for me to hit above his belt. Get his ass. I mean his back. Get the back of his ass. 1 second, let me grab a napkin here for my post-sneezies. One moment. I'm still here. You can't see me. I could be doing anything right now. No, but I am muting it now. You'll just have to imagine what's happening. He was gone for kind of a while. Did he do what he promised? Was he just blowing his wee little nosy into a napkin, or did something much, much more sinister and sensual occur? We'll never know. Alright, I got a couple of runes to rescue. It's not that big a deal, really. A couple of runes. Ha-ha! Ah, that's what fired a projectile. Well, what am I? Not a threat? Oh, that's fair. That's fair to assume. I did announce when I arrived that I'm friendly and not a threat. Alright. So that guy with his little basket, if I had something with perhaps a larger area of damage, his back would be more easily struck. Just the back of his ass. But he's already seen me. So maybe we're running on past and not even worrying about it. It's kind of cute. I like their little aprons and their cute little faces. They're obviously tireless, hard workers. Don't know why I felt the need to strike at the air menacingly. Hi. That was real close to my face. Not sure if you noticed. Be a lot cooler if I had a shield right now. Ooh, serpentine. Alright, we got a ladder up. He's probably still slowly making his way towards me. Probably still. Let's see if this is a dead end. Hi. I mean, it's a dead end, alright. I would like your item. You gonna get mad at me if I go take your item? Yeah, probably. Crushed me. Crushed me down to size. I don't really need those smithing stones, but I feel... it burns me. The lack of stones. You liked my dodge, Wiggles? Good. Don't spear me, please. I beg of you, don't. It's that I still think I have a shield equipped from playing Demon Souls. That's what keeps getting me. I do not have a shield equipped. Is he petting it? I shouldn't have gone in there. It was so cute the way he was petting it. Now I definitely don't want to kill either of them. I want to kill that guy. I want to kill the guy up there who keeps spearing me, but you guys were just in a loving relationship. And I think that's the sort of thing that we need more of here in the lands beyond the lands between. That was so fiery. So fiery in my little tushing. I feel like I saw something else for a second before the rest of it loaded in. I'm plagued with visions of another world. A better world! Now, what could be better than this? Cute little aprons and petting your magma doggy? This is the best world there is. Except for the whole dying with your fist up my bottom. That's not a great part of it. There you go. You finally grabbed it. Ha-ha! Yeah! And we're off. What is this? Above the original area, are we? Or no, this is the second area with the closed door and the lever beyond. Okay. I guess I want to jump off that way then to get to the lever. But there is a raised platform over there. Is that where I came out? I kind of feel like I just came out below us there. So there is a question mark on that corner platform. How do we get there? I see a question. Are you playing the Demon's Souls remake on PS5 or the original version? I did spring for the remake under a recent sale, and I'm desperately struggling my way through. I forgot how rather unforgiving the mechanics of the original Demon's Souls are. Rather unforgiving. But I think I've gotten to, like, the second archstone in every level. I see now that I shouldn't have come in here, and I'd like to apologize. Oh, I shouldn't have touched anything in the Cave of Wonders, except for the lamp. We're fine. Everything's fine. They can throw spears, can't they? Oh, great. I probably shouldn't leave them then. That's a lot. That's a lot of yous. Probably not a great time to use dragon fire, though that would be a nice area of effect. I had like a poison cloud or something, maybe. But I don't have a poison cloud. Cocky. I don't know how I dodged those. I was expecting to tank all that damage. Okay, good. Now we won't have to worry about them raining hellfire down on us from above as we're trying to sneak across to the lever. Though in another sense, I just killed a bunch of cute little dogs, and I feel like a monster about it. You haven't beaten all of it, but you did beat the Vanguard Demon off the jump. I did not. I did not beat the Vanguard Demon off the jump. And it took me quite some time to defeat the Vanguard Demon while cheesing it around a hole in the ground in the Shrine of Storms. So bravo. Bravo to you, sir. They once again spin way too easily for such a huge being carrying a bucket of lava on their flattened neck and head. Their poor little neck and head. It's all flattened, but yeah, they are very agile. Strangely so. Ooh, my ankle bones. Wish I hadn't done that. Hi. Really should be checking above me at all times. But I have not been. He's just taking a little nap back there. There's no need to No need to interrupt. Shh. Aw, I like them so much. I'm sad about the murder. They're just trying to do their jobs, earn that paycheck, and survive the day, just like me. We're not so different, you and I, except you've got a much more fetching apron. I could close this door, but I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk having to race past the bucket-headed man. It's probably gonna be fine. You're not sleeping. You're not sleepy at all. But maybe I can stick to the shadows, and we'll all get out of this alive, with our buttholes intact. No, let me have my butthole intact. Ooh, a circ. I shouldn't stand too close to the edge. Is that it? It hurts so much. Hurts so much. I don't trust for a second that that's it. That that's all there is. Come on. Join your friend out here. He's quite lonely. Ah, I see. Let's do it before they reach me. I see how we would get to that corner up there. The classic use the door to your advantage technique that Miyazaki taught us in the dungeons. Now we're talking. And we have a forge. It feels like that's a running theme, like every one of these forge dungeons has one of these with a specific item in it. They also called it an altar. Is one of these forge... Ooh, that looks cool. An ancient dragon smithing stone and ancient meteoric ore greatsword. That looks like... What's it called? Soul Edge? The giant sword from Soul Calibur that has like an eyeball in the side of it. I like that shape. What was I saying? This, they called it an altar, used the altar. I wonder if the altar of light and darkness that we need for our stone-sheathed sword is of a similar ilk. Or if it looks like where we got the stone-sheathed sword from. I'm not sure if that itself was the altar we should be looking for. So the fact that they're giving me an escape makes me think that might be the end. But the waterfall back there with the other two guys is still calling my name. It did not look like there was any platform or alternate path back there. And I'd have to go all the way back through literally the entire dungeon to get over to the lever again. So maybe I'll find out later if that's the case. We can always fast travel back here. And it's not that huge of a dungeon in terms of walkability. This DLC has you back to your Elden Ring roots, using dragon communion spells like the Scarlet Rot Breath. I find that my plan going into this DLC was like, make it fresh, make it brand new, pick a new weapon that you like, and have it, like, differ in all ways from your base game playthrough. And I've just been using my noble slender swords the entire time. Eleonora's pole blade. I have fallen back into my old ways. Hard. And I kind of like that too. I'd still like to mix it up a bit. But it does feel like there's an element of comfort in falling back into your old patterns and equipment as you explore these new and strange lands. Gorgeous! New and strange lands. What would you do if you walked outside one day and it looked like this? Would you be like, "Oh, it's pretty," or would you start peeing? I'm not sure which. I'd do. Though I know that I wouldn't just start peeing. That's rude. Rude and unnecessary. So we're still trying to get up there to the tower. From the map, it kind of looked like there was a lack of cliff on this backside. I'm peeking at the backside. But there is no lack of cliff. There's, in fact, so much cliff here. I'm beginning to wonder. Whatever gave me the impression that there wasn't. A quick check, just to make sure there's no grabbables. I do remember you. Why are you not? Why are you not? Hey. I'm glad I didn't go through with the double downward slash I was planning. Hi? Glint slab firefly and a forager brood cookbook. Thank you? Thank you most kindly. Okay. And an item hidden among the reeds. A rare item. Seemingly about it. So my guess then is that you have to get to that tower from Castle Ensis itself, and that there is some side path I failed to see as we were exploring up there. Let me just skirt the perimeter, make sure no one has a spirit spring hidden away, though I don't want to get into lobster territory. I saw that swordsman back there and thought for sure it was like a multiplayer game where he was just roaming around in physical form in the open world as another player. And then I remembered about the horseman. The swordsman horseman. No spirit springs. I kind of want to bully that lobster, but I think he's going to absolutely crush me betwixt his crayfish claws. There's an item there. But you're definitely gonna see me if I come out from behind this very thin tree. Thank you. Lobster battle. Lobster bullying time. I have 200,000 runes, but it hardly matters. I'm gonna cook you in your little shell so that you're extra delicious. I know it's incredibly rude of me. There's that snipe. Where did you come from? Oh my god! You've got friends, and I've got no one. He's got friend, I guess it's fair to say. So there's two lobsters. If anyone was curious, one of them is hiding under the muck. And therefore my entire plan has gone amok. Alright. Let's go get those runes back. Humbled by a crustacean. So hard. So hard was I humbled. But it's about time somebody put me in my place. Running wild with ego. Alright, so they're both gonna pop out, and they can snipe me from, 600-700 yards away as I try to escape. My tender back flesh thoroughly exposed to their machinations. I took your bones. I took your hefty beast bone. So far, so good. Now I'm in horseman territory. Hi. I don't like that. Don't like that one bit. So I'm curious. How would we get to that external tower from Castle Ensis proper? See if there's any side path around the front of the castle here. And then I guess our only option will be to go back inside and check around. They have so many different ways of hiding things from you. He looks like he's got some sort of magical veil about him. And such confident steps. It's hugely attractive. Kind of think there might be something under that. But that's for another time. Alright, we're going to the tower. Sniper lobsters, such a ridiculously funny enemy. It's true. I love the fact that they were like, should we have the lobsters crush you with their claws, or should we have them, like, spit a ballista bolt at Mach speed? And the answer was yes to both. Alright, no pets allowed in Castle Ensis. I do want to sink myself to this grace in case the worst should happen. He does look like he's going to teleport right behind me. The magically veiled troll. If you fire a bow at him, does he go, hello? Just appear behind you. Alright. Following the beacon we placed. There is a little wooden bridge. I was kind of thinking you'd have to get onto the lower platform there, and then cross the bridge to get to like a secret part of the castle. That still might be the case, but there definitely weren't any spirit springs, or seemingly any way to get up from down below, so I'm guessing it must be the other way, but then why would you really have to go out the lower level, other than it just being a pretty place to grab a breath of fresh air? There doesn't necessarily seem to be enemies or items in the offing. Maybe you do just jump down from here. It's not unsurvivable. Probably should have made that jump before I said that, just in case, so that I didn't look foolish. But I don't want to break my streak now. Looking foolish since the late 90s. That's my brand. Yeah, this is working out. This is gonna be great. Hi, doggy. He didn't like being petted. I should have asked first. That dog did not want to be petted. Alright. It is indeed true that you go in from the base. There's also a nice place to get a view of the plateau. It's more shrouded ruins out that way. So curious about the cathedral. And that's the tower we have already seen, right? Yes. Definitely the tower we've already seen. The suppressing pillar, which obviously has some sort of a wider lore meaning that I'm interested in finding out about. What is it suppressing? Who is being suppressed? Etc., etc. But first, it's tower time. I really wish I had a shield right now. As I walk confidently, my bare face exposed to the elements. Stick to the tower. Go across the bridge in a moment. In the base game, they had a habit of putting, like, teleport points at the top of towers, at least in 2 occasions. Wing stance. What does that do? What's the point of this? Calmly assume a right-sided stance. Normal attack triggers a rapid 3/ combination. Strong attraction, yes, that's what I have to you, triggers a leaping thrust, usable on light greatswords. Cool. So it's sort of similar to my Slender Swords skill, in that it allows additional combo attacks, but it's not in itself an attack skill, necessarily. Ancient meteoric ore. We forgot to look at this. I forgot to look at this. One of the treasures of the ruined forges. Half of why I'm watching you got the treasure first is to see if it's gonna teleport you away into a very dangerous section. every single time I open a treasure chest, I think this is gonna be the one. Great sword of ancient meteoric ore, ending in a sharp point fashioned from an excavated shard of an arrowhead that once was a part of the old god's arsenal. I thought it looked a little hand-carved. A capable piercing weapon that excels at thrusting attacks. Unique skill, the white light charge. Summons white light from the crevice in the weapon's ancient meteoric ore. Using its power for a charging attack which pierces foes, additional input causes the light to explode. Any additional input, just like, you're doing a good job. Oh shit. Smith script circ. Backhand blade engraved with Smith script. Strong attack to throw the backhand blade, causing it to fly in a curved trajectory. Yes, we finally found a boomerang. Skill blind spot. Leap into close quarters to take advantage of the enemy's blind spot and gore them from the side. So that sounds like the backhand blade, effectively, but in throwable form. Really cool. A spear with Smith script. Strong attack, a dashing strong attack, or a mounted strong attack will throw the spear. It doesn't necessarily say on either of these two that it will return to your hand, but because it has Smith script, I'm assuming that's the case. I would like to try those out. There's something so intriguing to me about weapons that you can throw and then have come back to you in a non-boomerang fashion. It was a little further than I'd hoped you'd leap. Okay. You've tricked me. You've tricked me into falling to my death. Fair enough. It's nice of them to give you the option to go down the outside. I'm not sure why there wasn't, like, a dead guy on one of those platforms to make it worthwhile. But that kind of thing isn't up to me. Is that the tower we fought our way through? I don't necessarily remember there being a little side walkway of the wooden variety, but it does look familiar. That's definitely where we fought, like, the Moon Rethil Knight, or whatever her name was. And then I think we worked our way here, but maybe I just did not notice the wooden walkway, or we ran through it so quickly it didn't register. Well, that's the cliff sorted. What else do we have? Just a cliff? No, surely not. Surely that couldn't be. What am I missing? I guess they just kind of want me to drop down that way, but there's a huge guy holding a mace down there, which I think I cheesed last time using the Sacred Relic Sword, and that's probably why I didn't notice the side path. Which now I'm wondering if it takes me to some secret realm. It probably doesn't. Also not necessarily seeing a super survivable way down there. I mean, that's probably fine, but it's gonna hurt my little ankle bones. Or at least my stamina. Okay. This is just rude. We can be Sokka? I know, right? I am kind of wondering. This might be the perfect time to try a smith script weapon, though he could make us pay for it with some sort of teleportation magic. Are they in their own category, or is it like spear, circ, all separate? It looks like it's all separate. I'm gonna try spear first, then. Could have just gone to recent items. Step forward a little further than I like when you do that. It's gonna take a long time. Especially if it hits his shield. But totally doable. You can, in fact, use your infinite throwing spear from a great height and be, let's face it, a bit of an asshole to that guy. I like it. Alright, it's not as if we're not gonna be summoned just in the tower beyond him if I die instantly in this attempt. Thought I rolled. I really did. Yikes. I died instantly in the attempt. Alright, let's go get those back. I would prefer to check that side walkway while we're here, if we can take him out so he's not chasing us. There's my soul icon. I will not call them runes. And how dare you? Alright, I forgot that there was an elevator, but then we should be effectively at his doorstep. Really want to try the circ. Yeah, I really like that they added an entire class of weapons, seemingly, that regenerate into your hand. That's so cool. What am I looking for? Up to greatswords. Because I'm feeling very lazy. Those are daggers. I must have gotten a new greatsword that has pushed it out of the channel that I thought I would recognize it in. There it is. Just gonna take a couple of blasts of this. Sorry to all the crates and weapon racks in the surrounding area. You heal yourself. You naughty man who has fully healed himself. That didn't work out in my favor. Little ring around the rosy there. Knocked him out. Thanks, Wave of Gold. So what was this? Like, we obviously traversed it. And I just lost all memory as soon as it happened. My little feet. You're hurting them. Why do you turn so quickly? I don't understand how or why you could turn so quickly. Don't pop a raw meat dumpling. You're not the only one who knows how to use sacred techniques. But you are much, much better at them than I. Who's gonna get it off first? It's a race. Alright, I got my runes back. Thanks again, Sacred Relic Sword. You always come in handy when I need you most. Plus, you're so sensuously carved. Aw. Stop. A Smith script greatsword? Is that an option? I would love that. Just chuck a greatsword at a guy's face. Yeah. I like it. Okay, so we made it to the tower. There was a delicious reward in it for us. And we should be back onto the Altus with confidence. So in terms of where we're actually going next, it kind of feels like the big castle is our point of interest. There might be another site of grace up towards that. Smaller settlement, somewhere in here. If we wanted to get a foothold deeper into the area. We already have the Moorth ruins that we can go back to as well. I don't think we've found a way down into any of these lower plateaus. And it looks like it's sort of a long way round before we're ever going to get to that cathedral. So, let's first check here, and maybe here, if there are sites of grace. And then I should probably go find some dinner, though it has been a privilege to play a little bit extra today. I'm really glad we found the secret in the Fog Rift catacombs. That is such a cool new hidey hole that I will have to keep in mind in future roof spike traps. Aha! I leap daintily as if to taunt you. That's well guarded. A well guarded settlement. Let's check up here first. I run away, my heart and eyes filled with cowardice. My bottom thrumming with cowardice. You can practically hear it now. That doesn't look like a site of grace. Church of the Crusade. Got plenty of little soldier boys. I feel like there might be some sort of human named zealot awaiting me inside the church, but that's just my paranoia talking. Every time I've gone inside a church in my own life, it's been filled with human zealots. It's gotten very yellow, and I like that. I like that in a man. Touch of jaundice? Yes, please. I'm about to be invaded, aren't I?
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the
Dad?
embrace of Messmer's flame.
Fire Knight. Who now? Ow! You've hurt me so much. A Erdtree fragment. Stop that. You've lapped over my techniques. Okay, fine.
Kneel evermore before the flame of Messmer.
Messmer. He sounds quite zealoty. Indeed, exactly as I thought he might. You and your thrum bottom might want to get that checked out by a professional. Fair enough. I was kind of hoping for a little more support, but no, go ahead. Go ahead, thrust me into the arms of medical experts. I see how it is. No, but that's wise. That's the right thing to do. For any of your friends that might be suffering from thrum bottom. It sounds very much like a hobbit's last name. I'm Winsleydale Thrumbottom. We did get another Erdtree fragment. Meaning I should be able to get beefier than ever. And go kick that guy right in his little page boy haircut. Let's do it. Alright, so I know where the encampment is. Thank you. Let's head for the church on the hill one more time. See if we can take him out. I don't think even if we do take him out, there's going to be a sight of grace in it for us. But that's okay. We'll have to look for our foothold elsewhere. Good scouting. Excellent job. Why don't you blow your little horn about it? Just check a bit more of the surrounding area. Make sure I didn't miss a sight of grace hiding among the reeds out here. Sometimes they put them in the most unlikely little cliff sides. Because it's not like that far of a journey back here should I die again, but it's not real quick access either. I mean, you could throw me a sight of grace, that'd be fine. Nope. Never gonna happen. Okay. Try to get my runes back before he spawns. If there's any possibility.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
How dare you be invincible for a little bit? That is not interruptible. Okay, gotcha. Heal. I saw you reaching for your back pocket. There you go, reaching for your back pocket again. We both tried so much. So many different techniques and things. Oh, that... I kind of thought he canceled it. But it just took a while and then... Cheese! Came from his elbow joint. He didn't whatchiz from his elbow joint. You know what? Never mind. He kind of did. I take it back. He did whatchiz from his... There is this whole area below, too, that I can seemingly get to survivably from here. So I can get to this lower plateau, and also that thing, and there's like another... I can't tell if that's part of the original Castle Ensis layout. It probably is, because I seem to see a waterfall. That was a bit of a far drop for poor Torrent. I see this waterfall here. Let's take a quick peek. Don't fall off of it and lose all your runes. But do take a quick peek. So yeah, that's definitely where we first came into the castle. Got to cross the bridge, etc., etc. Do want to see what's up there. Fancy. Huh. Gotcha. Don't think there's any reason to jump onto the battlements at this point in time. I love so much the exploratory aspects of this game. That is my favorite part. It's obviously thrilling to be fighting bosses and exploring dungeons left and right. But just wandering around the countryside, getting the lay of the land, is incredibly satisfying to me. Searching for secret caves and unlockable fast travel points. He looks powerful. He looks like he's definitely gonna mop the floor with me. And I don't want to get my big hood dirty right now. Is that a teleport stone? Ooh, and assumedly I would need to use one of those fancy keys we found, an imbued Sword key. Only needs the one. Tempting. Sometimes, when you go through these, you can't get back. Sometimes it's a one-way trip. And I'm not really looking for a one-way trip right now. But I am too curious not to thrust myself through this small Coraline hole. So here we go. Teleport! Teleport! Yeah! I agree. Ancient ruins of Rao? Rah! Ooh, are we up in the greenery? Way, way up in the greenery now. I've been desperate to find my way here. And here we are. It's gorgeous. That guy's gonna kick my ass. It's gorgeous up here. Look at these god rays. That guy's gonna kick my ass, but look at the greenery. And these rays, and that guy who's definitely gonna kick my ass, and this is like exactly what I was saying from below. It looks like a high fantasy zone. Some sort of secret elven kingdom. Lobster Battle Part 2. I hope not. God. I can spawn. I can spawn up here. I mean, why not? Just in case the worst should happen, I'll have me with me. But it would be nice to have a site of grace. A little site of grace around here before I start launching into battles I'm not going to be able to win. What beast? No, Mimic Deer, don't you despawn on me. You get back in here. Good. You scared the Alright, I guess there's nothing for it, really. But what are you gonna transform into? You've got such a confident stance. Color change red. You've got it. Your confident stance scares the crap out of me, if I'm being honest with you. I just walked right into it. Look at the talons on that. You have so many different abilities, I can't even keep up. Alright, so there's a bird man waiting to kill us. And he has been dreaming about this moment. For a long time, it seems. He relished every second of killing me. I did not go get my runes back from the page boy before we did that. I do wonder where. It's kind of a nice... nice to die and be able to tell where we teleported, using my soul icon. While I'm somewhat safe here, give me 1 second. Be right back with you. Who goes there? Oh, hey, it's you. Sorry, I thought for some reason that someone went there. But it's just you guys. Alright, I genuinely don't remember. I don't think we got our souls back from Page Boy. Though I'm having a hard time picturing it all of a sudden. Such is my aversion to reminiscing about his page boy haircut, but I don't think we got our souls back, and therefore there's nothing to rescue from here, but I do desperately want to have a sight of grace in the new zone. I also wonder if we can access the map obelisk from here, though I kind of doubt it, as this seems to be like a floating area of disconnected pillar islands, and therefore a little bit difficult to traverse. Appear to be a bit blurry. Focus! Focus, I beg of thee. Sometimes my auto-focus does not auto-focus. No, seriously, though. Seriously, focus. Focus on the cracks in my aging hands. And then realize that I have come back here. Focus on these cracks in my aging... Okay, fine. It's never going to focus. Let me see if it's the light that's making it think I don't exist. Now I'm just having a party. I'm just oomph. This is doing no good. Hi, yeah, hi, that's me. I'm back here. How are you? Now we go back to red. As requested. Is that better? I have such a small preview of it, but I think I'm clear now. Oh, hello! Hello! Alright. The answer to our question. Please don't do whatever that is. Ow! You threw so many feathers at me. I just wanted to answer my question. But yeah, there were no runes in that. So the page boy has taken our runes, but that's fine. I care not for them. Ow. You kicked with those talons must smart. You got so many follow-ups to that. How is it fair for you to have so many follow-ups? Get him! Get him, Mimic! Mimic his ass. But not like, do what he's doing. Just mimic his ass. Thank you. You did wonderfully. No, don't go, I miss you. I thought we might have... Never mind what I thought we might do. The Horned Warrior's Sword, and the Divine Bird Warrior's Greaves. I, too, can have talons. For the Talons show. I can't wait. That was fun. Welcome to Ra. Gonna have to learn how to pronounce this area properly. Welcome and die. I get the message. Busty. Because of the nature of the carving. Never mind. Verdigris. Verdigris discus. That's so much fun to say. Verdigris? Perhaps? Verdigris discus. Any way you say it, it's fun. What does that do? What am I looking at here? A discus made of verdigris. This is a Dr. Seuss poem now. The corroded metal known for its heft. Donk. It raises defense with a higher equipment load. Great weight makes for great strength. The strength to protect others. So this is your thick boy armor talisman. Nice. Greaves. Oh, I grieve for the Divine Bird Warriors. The very first of all horned warriors made from a golden metal. The great sharp talons increase the force generated by kicks. So I could wear these and then use like the dry leaf kung fu arts to really roundhouse the crap out of folks. The curved sword of the horned warriors, keepers of the tower. The ornamental tangled horns allow the blade to serve as a medium for horn calling. Sounds pretty hot. So I do have another Erdtree fragment, but I'm obviously going to need at least one more for the next level. We got some good stuff up here, but none of it has been a sight of grace. And I grieve divinely for that. A friend once told me, the more pretentious you make a name sound when you pronounce it, the more people will believe it. Your friend sounds like an untrustworthy sack of sad. Your friend sounds deeply untrustworthy. But I also kind of like him. I don't know, it's weird. The fact that he's so incompetent makes him a little bit relatable, but mysterious in some way. Peter Lewis as Harvey Birdman, attorney at law and angry Bird Knight cosplayer. Now try doing a check-in at the airport wearing those talons. No, I swear, they're for my Birdman costume. Yes, they are very sharp and would kill someone were I to roundhouse kick. But they're just for cosplay, sir. It is gorgeous up here. The entire Shadow Realm shrouded in fog. The moon clearer than ever. And the jagged peak really peeking above the clouds and such. I love being this high up. And yet clearly we can get higher still. This appears to be some sort of building. Can we make it across? You ever gonna let me across? No. No, foolish of me even to ask. I see. So great that we can get up here. What then is the purpose of being up here? And how do I get down? But it's just gorgeous. I love how distinct all the biomes in the DLC have been. Somehow completely fresh from the base game. All as equally beautiful in their own way, and yet totally different from one another. I'm so impressed with the art design. So it seems like maybe getting up is the key to escape. And the getting up would be achieved by going behind the waterfall, of course. I knew there was a secret elevator, but I'm just wet for no reason. I don't know if you're just supposed to fast travel out of here, because it kind of seems like a dead end. Once you're here, you're family. Not seeing any caves or dungeons or stairs or ladders, spirit springs, etc. But hey, we fought a Birdman, and we got a great new pair of pants out of the exchange. So I'll go away satisfied. But it does seem like we just have to go away and find another way back up here. They've done that before, where you had, like, the teleporter that took you to Lane Dell, but then you were trapped. Unless you threw your body off the edge and landed perfectly on the elevator button, which was hilarious. Alright, so back to the page boy, then. Let's go here. We can get back there at any time if we find something new. So far, the only thing they've hidden in a waterfall is an enemy combatant. Where are my secret passages? So if we can take out Page Boy, let's consider that the endgame boss of this particular session. And we will pick up there next time, because I do desperately need to go. Get some food in me. But I love playing this game, and I love spending time with you all. Thank you for hanging out with me. This guy shouldn't be that difficult, really, to take down. And yet I've managed. I've managed to die Like, it's probably much harder to fight the Birdman, comparably, but we had the Mimic with us for him, which made it a little easier. Don't chase me. Don't you chase me. I'm in the middle of something. And you're cute. I don't want to do this. I want to do this. You're so cute. No, don't. Don't, I beg of you. I'm not ready. I'm not dressed. You're not dressed. One of us isn't dressed. We have to stop. Stop this. If either one of our romantic partners sees us together, there's going to be gossip. You must quit. You really like doing that, and I fall for it every time. I wish I knew how to quit you. It hurts so bad. I'm pierced. I'm pierced in the nips. Ineffective. Oh, good move. Good move with your little spray of perfume at the end. Making me regret healing. You're making me regret that I ever healed. Yeah. You know what happens next. With your little page boy haircut, you're getting the Sacred Relic Sword. Please go eat if you need to eat. Thank you. I appreciate that. I certainly will. But first... I've gone right past it, haven't I? Yep, there it is. Every time I get a lizard greatsword, it shifts it to the right, and then I lose all sense of where I'm standing in the world. Alright, we're Wave of Golding his fantastic ass from a distance. Maybe he'll dodge it. He seems to like dodging things. I'm pierced in the nips. Peter casually confirming that he has nipple piercings. I certainly frickin' do now. Now that he's pierced me in the nips. I'm picturing it in my head. I don't currently, to be perfectly frank with you, and perhaps a little TMI. I don't currently have nipple piercings. But now I'm picturing myself with nipple piercings because you said that, and it's interesting. I'm strongly considering it now.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace.
You're gonna meet death. You're gonna meet death, you big stupid. Right on your ass. In a wave of gold. Don't use potions. Let's both agree for this fight to not use potions, because I'm cheating. So it'd be great if you agreed to just let me cheat and kill you. And not using potions. There you go. What?
Not evade the flame of my...
Asshole says what? I didn't hear you. It's just cheap. It's just cheap to knock a man on his ass and burn him with holy fire 8 times in a row without ever putting myself in harm's way. Love it. We'll do it again. Crusade Insignia raises attack power after defeating an enemy. I usually need my attack power raised before defeating an enemy. Is that an option? Could I have that talisman instead? Alright, next to this gorgeous ambiance, the ruined church, the fire of Bonn, we gotta do one thing before I go. I gotta equip my dry leaf arts. This is very important. This is perhaps the most important thing I'll do today. We equip the dry leaf arts, and then for pants, you know exactly where I'm going with this. We put on our Divine Bird Warrior Greaves. We maybe even just strip everything else except for the hood. I'm not gonna go hoodless. We strip down to nothing but the hood. And then like a Jackie Chan film, we train our heavy-ass feet. With kicks. There it is. That's the kicks. I kinda love it. Like, I I kind of want to make this my entire thing. I always forget that I'm so badly burned. Ouch. And then I remember again. It's real tempting. It's real tempting to become a kicks-only bird man. I kind of want to do it. That's pretty. It's pretty and so heavy. Like this. This is pretty, too. Let me just put my skivvies back on. Sorry you had to see that. It was necessary for the bit. But now I feel quite shivery. No memory of what my carrion greaves look like. There they are. Not greaves, gloves. Similar, but so different. I was wearing those too, wasn't I? Yeah. Collect the whole set. Alright. Let me, before I forget and start kung-fuing wildly next time, let's go back to Slender Swords. And then I believe you. Thank you so very much for hanging out extra with me. Hopefully there will be another adventure tomorrow. 'Cause I cannot get enough of these delicious Shadowlands. We didn't find our foothold. Neither here nor in the ruins, the verdant ruins beyond. There's probably one, somewhere. And I would really like to find it. Oh, hello. Are you live? For real? You haven't been around for a stream in ages. I am live for real. Hi. I exist. Stop poking. It's so nice to see you, though. I am, yes, just about to go feed myself, but you're not too late. You are not too late at all. I'm gonna head this away, right quick. 'Cause all we wanted in the world was to find a new site of grace. And if I just race my ass through this soldier's camp, I think we might find what we're looking for. There could also be something desperately fatal waiting to kill me. I can't imagine what that would be. I don't see any risks here. Nope. Just get right past the camp. Nobody needs to shoot me with their great bow. Thank you anyway. Serpentine! Oh, I almost went right into it. What was that sound? What the hell sound was that? Somewhere a great rune has broken? And so too has a powerful charm. Did I do something wrong? I feel like I wasn't supposed to be here yet. Big elevator. Surely there's a site of grace above it. Let's check. I am all out of mana. So if there's a guy up here waiting to fight me, I won't be able to cheese his ass with my wave of gold. And therefore the entire thing isn't worth even attempting. Is that a statue? A headless statue of America? It would have been pretty foolish if I just ended it there. Is that a statue? Yeah? Alright, that looks like I'm about to get, oh, so badly wounded. So badly wounded in here. So I will see you at the Shadow Keep next time. To get so badly wounded. Is it Mikola shedding his great rune? Ah, what did he do to his great rune? I can't believe it. In the language. I'm incredibly excited to see what just happened to the world. What hideous new curse I've unleashed upon us all. Thank you for your time. I will see you guys tomorrow, and we will probe ever deeper into the lands between Not what you're thinking, though. Not between the two things you're thinking. Unless you're into that. 205 hours playing this game. And not a minute of it wasted. What a fantastic experience. I love you guys. I will see you again soonish. Bye for a bit.